What's up, everybody? It's your boy Beast, and it is now later in the day. I come back home from work, and I'm ready to talk about the Switch 2 in video form. I already did a write up on Patreon, so I advise you to check that out. It's going to be in the links below. But other than that, let's get into this. So, we finally get all the details we need for the Switch 2. It's better, it's more upgraded. 4K resolution dock, 1080p off the dock. Going to have 120 FPS, which is phenomenal. These games look better. This is now Nintendo, and I'll say this, is up to par with PS4 and PS5. Being that the games that they announce that will be on the Switch is kind of crazy. Street Fighter 6. We're going to get Cyberpunk 2077. Elden Ring looks good. That means Elden Ring on the go for some of you that like that type of story. We got an exclusive from Software game, and it's not Bloodborne 2. Sorry. I know everybody was excited, and we thought it was Bloodborne 2, but it was not Bloodborne 2. But speaking of, it's just not that bad. All right, so $450 for the base model, and $500 when it comes with Mario Kart World, which is an open world Mario Kart game. Well, some aspects are going to be open world. Not too bad. Now let's get into what people are fussing about. And it is kind of justified in a way. I'm on the fence because, like I said in a previous video, talking about the cost of video games today, because the first controversy was about GTA 6 might come out at $100. And it comes down to what you pay for it and the value of said that. And I was talking to a coworker today when I was just like thinking about Mario Kart World is going to be $80 digital, $90 physical. And that just made me go, damn, this is going to be the new norm. But I think about all the times that we paid for the regular game and then paid for expansions or DLC, where for years we've been paying more than the asking price of a game, which is kind of baffles me. And especially for those that go out and still buy from scalpers, which you should know better than doing that because you have no argument here because you rather pay twice as much money for something that was scalped. Could have just bled them out or waited or whatever. But yeah, so when it comes to video games, and I feel like a broken record saying this, we have Sonic the Hedgehog 3 from back in 1993 that was $70 versus games now like Sonic Frontiers, which is $65. I want to say when I picked it up, it wasn't 70 yet. So why am I comparing the two? Because Sonic 3 back in 1993 was only a 3-hour game for $70. Did you get your bang for the buck at that time? Arguably, yes, because you wasn't thinking about anything else. You was just thinking about the hype of getting the game and playing it, and you played it to your fullest. So you definitely got your money's worth. But now, when a game is more than 3 hours plus, are you still getting the bang of your value versus back in the day? And I still say you're actually getting more than the value from back in the day. Most games don't end at the 3 hour mark. They go even beyond that. Some have even new game plus. So when it comes to an open world game like Grand Theft Auto 6 and now Mario Kart World, which has a lot of modes and open world element to it, is it going to be worth the price tag? I'm going to say yes. But again, I've been gaming for a long time, so this concept is not really new to me. A lot of games back in the day were weirdly priced, especially when they came into the 32X style of gaming where you had virtual racing for the 32X. That was $100 by itself. And don't even get me started again on Neo Geo. So for everybody that's like losing this shit, if you ever paid for a collector's edition DLC, because I find it funny when we have Modern Warfare that came out, and I used to work at GameStop, and we sold the regular game for $59.99. So 65.31 after tax. But then there was a season pass, which was 54.99. Was it worth it? That's still up in the air. That still was argument up in the air, but people still bought it. So technically speaking, you paid more than $100 for a game for years. So now there's a lot of content in games these days that makes you go, is it worth it? Now, I'm not going to argue this. I'm going to argue this real talk. Hear me out before you go uppity. But I mean, if you're going to go uppity, you're going to go uppity. Let's keep it 100%. This is where you're going to have to pick and choose. You're going to have to fight your FOMO because games are going to be up there in expenses, and I feel like it's going to climb for each generation that's going to happen. Soon enough, $100 is going to be a new norm. $120 is going to be a new norm. Where soon enough that games are going to be as expensive as Neo Geo games were back in the day. So it comes down to the point of, what are you willing to pay for? You feel me when I'm saying this? What are you willing to pay for? Where you're going to have to now do research, understand your product before you buy it. And plus, there's enough time. Even when some people talk about, oh, that's too much money, it's coming out too soon. I'm like, you can't save up $500 by June? I feel like that's enough time if you do things right, if you move things right, and if you got a Nintendo Switch already. I got an OLED. But my friend told me it's about $175 pre-order, like trade-in cost, but I don't trust GameStop. So that's just, but other than that, yeah. So it's up to you to decide on what's going to be bang for your buck. Because I feel like we already put ourselves in this position for years, and it's not going to change. Will GTA 6 come out at $100? My my better question right now is, will the Switch 2 have certain other games? Because if it can handle Elden Ring, Cyberpunk 2077, will they give Mortal Kombat 1 a second chance now? Because now it looked like it could look better on this versus the Switch. And also, will Monster Hunter Wilds come out on the Switch 2? And will it implement the crossplay? These are the questions we need to know. Because already certain games right now, Fortnite, going to be on there. And I see everybody's excited about Soul Calibur 2 coming to the Switch too, because the GameCube option that's going to be on there. It was a great presentation. They did a great job, I want to say. Price tag wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, which is good. It's a reasonable price. And plus, with the Mario Kart World game coming out with it on launch, I don't see that as being a problem. Now, when it comes to the other accessories, though, the updated I'm gonna call it Nintendo Switch Pro 2 controller is gonna run you $79.99. Yeah, controllers are even getting expensive now because of all the things that it can do and implement. But I do like that now that the Switch has game chat. Even though the game share was kind of laggy while it was playing, I didn't like that too much. But it is what it is. At least we finally get game chat and USB-C, two USB-C ports, and now camera from Nintendo Switch. But I'm now thinking I do have a USB-C webcam already, so I'm thinking about, can we use other webcams with it? Or it's going to be one of those, oh, it has to be a Nintendo product for it to work on it. Hope not. Also, the Joy Cons are going up in price. Before they was like what, $70? Now they're going up by $10. So to get the dual Joy Cons is going to be $89.99, and I'm like, whew, it's going to be pricey. It's going to be pricey. So yeah, take care of your Joy Cons, and hopefully we don't get no drift. Jesus. Anyway, I'm excited. Today was pretty cool. It was a good event. Not too bad. I know everybody's up pissed because that physical price tag is crazy. Being that even though you buy the physical game, it's still going to be digital anyway because you got to download some stuff for it to work properly. 256 gigabyte storage compartment. That's cool, but being that some of these games are going to be 60 gigabytes plus, it's going to eat up very fast. So I'm hoping that we're going to see some sales of micro SDs which are available. And I was kind of worried that they changed the style of the micro SD where it doesn't have that slope anymore to pull it out. So I'm like, hope it's not some type of weird exclusive thing. But we're going to see what happens. We got June 5th of the release date. There's going to be more talk about Mario Kart World on April 17th on their own personal direct. So we're going to stay tuned for that. That's going to be interesting. But yeah, let me hear your thoughts in the comments below. How you feel about the Switch 2 right now? Are you going to get it on day one, or are you going to wait a little bit? You're going to wait for some more bundles or special editions to come out? Because, once the holidays come around, there might be some special editions. How do you feel about the upgrade cost? Because if you have Nintendo Switch Online, it's going to be less cost. Like, there's going to be a free upgrade to the games that you already own, like Breath of the Wild 2. Oh, yeah. About the backwards compatibility. Are you thinking that they're going to be adding more backwards compatible games? Let me hear your thoughts. Let's talk about it. As always, hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'll see ya next time. Peace out.